Deep in the jungle of Borneo stands a palace, its roof, shaped like the wings of a giant bird, spread over an empty plaza. It was built as part of a $32 billion project, and most mornings, almost no one is there. This is the Istana Garuda, the heart of a new capital called Nusantara. And here is the strange part. On paper, this is not the capital at all. No president has ever signed the order that would move it. Hold on to that. To understand the empty palace, start with the city it was meant to replace. Jakarta, home to around 10 million people and slowly going under. In its worst-hit northern districts, the land sinks by up to 25 centimeters a year. Almost half the city now sits below sea level. So in 2019, President Joko Widodo announced a fix. Abandon Jakarta, build a new capital from scratch, 1,000 kilometers away in the rainforest of Borneo, a green, futuristic city for nearly 2 million people. Price tag, roughly $32 billion. In 2022, Parliament passed the law in a single marathon session. And written into it was the catch that decides this whole story. The state would pay only about a fifth of the cost. Private investors were supposed to fund everything else. For one day, it looked like it might work. In August 2024, Indonesia held its Independence Day ceremony at Nusantara, the first ever outside Jakarta. It was the high point of the whole project. And it was almost the last good day it would have. The money was supposed to come from Japan. SoftBank's founder floated, putting in as much as $40 billion, nearly the entire project from a single backer. Then, weeks after the law passed, SoftBank walked away. No investor of that size ever signed again. Here is why no one replaced them. A capital city has no natural income. A port earns fees. A toll road collects tolls. A government district in cleared forest earns nothing for years. In 2023, Jokowi admitted it out loud. Not a single foreign investor had put money in. Then the politics changed. In late 2024, a new president took office. Prabowo Subianto. Nusantara was his predecessor's monument, and it competed for money with his own signature promise: free school meals for every child. He did not cancel it. The money was quietly turned off. At its peak, the state put about 43 trillion rupiah a year into the city. 2 years later, that had fallen to just over 6 trillion, a cut of around 85%. The capital authority asked for 3 times more. Parliament said no. So the government shrank the dream. A presidential regulation quietly redefined Nusantara, no longer a megacity of 2 million. Now, just a political capital, a compact seat of government targeted for 2028. The grand vision was not cancelled. It was simply unfunded. Today, the built core is run by around 2,000 civil servants in a city designed for nearly 2 million. Analysts warn of a white elephant. The government pushes back. Nusantara, the finance minister insists, will not become a ghost city. He points to a census counting 147,000 people nearby. But that counts a whole region of villages far older than the capital itself. And underneath it all, remember, the capital never legally moved. Jokowi refused to sign the transfer order, saying his successor should do it. Prabowo has not signed it either. This year, Indonesia's highest court confirmed it. Legally, Jakarta is still the capital. So the deadline stands. 2028. The buildings are nearly ready. The money, the people, and the signature are not. Indonesia now has two capitals, one that is slowly sinking and one that legally does not exist. Which one wins depends on a single order that no one has been willing to sign. We will be watching for that signature. Subscribe and you will see it the moment it happens.